What's up everybody, I'm Brian from i1Tesla, and today we're going to be testing Autopilot again on this back road that I always test Autopilot on. It's a very windy road. Autopilot is getting better and better every day, but I've noticed with .16 it is tremendously better. I've already gone down this road before, and that's how I noticed Autopilot was better. Over the last, I don't know how many updates there's been, I've been testing Autopilot each time I get an update on this windy road. And some of it's really weird. You come up a hill and it's a hard right turn. It doesn't look so crazy on the cameras because of their GoPros. So, and that wide angle just makes it not look as bad as it is. But the car does really well on this all the time, and it's gotten better and better, sometimes worse, but then gotten better. But I've noticed it's gotten way better this time, this last update, and I want to show you guys. Before, it was not slowing down for certain turns. It's almost like before Autopilot was reacting to what happened. Now it's proactively slowing down and doing the right thing, what we would do as a normal human being driving on these roads. So it's getting more human-like, which is kind of creepy and kind of cool at the same time. And guess what? It's just going to get better. I'm going to set up some cameras and I'm going to take you on this road. First, let me show you the road. First, it doesn't look like much, but this is the windy road here. This is a nice straight area, but then it dips way down right in here. There's a mailbox we get really close to right here. And then this is the hill, the blind hill. You come straight up, and then it's a hard right turn. Right now there's a vehicle parked on the side of the road right there, so there's going to be a little confusion for the car. And then this is just a nice long sweeping turn. This is kind of a nice tight turn. And then back here there's a stop sign. My car won't stop for that because I don't have full self-driving, but Karen's car, the Model X, has it, and it will actually come to a complete stop there. Now, between both cars, Autopilot and full self-driving, it's going to be the same. It's really just the stopping at stoplights, which will be different for the two different vehicles. All right, so we're heading towards the road. We got cameras on the fenders, cameras on the roof, and of course, cameras staring at me. We're going to start out at 25 miles an hour. All right, we're set to 25 miles an hour. I'm going to push the stalk down every time the hands pop up or anytime it tells me to do anything. But you're going to notice it's already slowing down to 23 miles an hour here to take this turn, which it never did that before. And now we're continuing at 23 miles an hour. The mailbox is coming up here, and as it always gets really close, that's always really close, but it doesn't hit it. And now it's slowing down for this turn already, and that was a nice smooth turn, which is really nice. It's never done that before. It's always done something like a jerky turn there. Now it doesn't even get affected by that truck on the side of the road, which is really very nice. And we just continue to drive. It's very confident and slowing down when it needs to, even with all these shadows in the way. So I'm very impressed with it at 25 miles an hour. Now we've actually slowed down to 22 miles an hour here and staying at this. It's always crossed this line over here on the yellow side, and now 19 miles an hour. We kind of went off a little bit there on the line, but very, very impressive. I am super pleased with how this is learning and how this is, I say learning, a lot of people are gonna get mad at that, but it's not gonna make this turn, by the way, so I have to hit the brake. A lot of people get mad when I say learning, but it's really them programming the car to do what it's supposed to do. And now we're gonna drive back through and do it again at 30 miles an hour. So we're gonna set it at 30 miles an hour for this first turn. We didn't actually get to 30 miles an hour, but it dropped still back down to 23. So maybe it'll do this all the time, taking these turns at 23 miles an hour. Now we're doing a little faster than we were before, which makes this mailbox come into play more. Whew, very close. But coming up on this blind turn, it's at 24 miles an hour, and I think that's what it was before. It was at 23, and now after the fact there was a little brake check. Again, this truck should not have any part in this because it is off the road. It's past that line, so it should not have any, the car should realize that it's way off the road. And now we're at 26 miles an hour. Here it slowed down to 23, and it actually is at 23 right now. And now it went down to 19 up here, and It's doing 21. So it's 19. It's doing the same thing. So we're at 30 miles an hour and it's continuing to do the same thing. Now, I think the next test we should do is 40 miles an hour just to see what happens. Just to see how well this actually does. I'm going to try to get going faster going up to this first turn. All right, we're at 40 miles an hour and it won't even let me go that fast. It's slowed down to 23 miles an hour again. So very, very cool how this is really knowing what to do on this road. 28 miles an hour here, and we're gonna get close to this mailbox. See, wow, I let it go. That was really close. I want to see what that GoPro sees. So we're doing the same thing again. 25, 23. Is it gonna brake right now? Yep. There's a little brake check there. Went down to 22 miles an hour. So very, very predictable how this car is going to react in all those situations. But we do go faster on the straightaways. But then again, now it's hitting the brake to slow down for these sharper turns. So this is, I don't know if it's learning the geotagging of this area because I've driven this road so much and it knows to slow down here, or if it is just predicting because of the map what it needs to do for these sharp turns. If there's any engineers that are watching this, please let me know down there. Contact me. I'd like to find out what's going on with this. How do you teach Autopilot to drive the way it does and for these sharp turns? Because I don't have full self-driving. I just have Autopilot on this again. So I'm very interested. But super impressed with Autopilot, just basic Autopilot, not full self-driving, but impressed with what Autopilot can do, the strengths of Tesla, not just the manufacturing, and yes, the semi's going into production, and soon the Roadster's going to go into production as probably at the same time as the Cybertruck. Model Y's ramping up fast. By the way, this isn't a Model Y. Super exciting for the future. What's happening with Tesla? What's happening with this company? They are by far the leader of electric vehicles, autonomous driving, safety, and soon production. And we won't even throw in there the stock value. Just an exciting time to be part of Tesla, be part of the family, the cult, whatever you want to call it. If you're not involved in Tesla yet and you want to get a Tesla, right now they just brought out the referral program for Model Ys. That's what this is. So if you're ordering a Model Y, use someone's code. Don't use mine. I've kind of maxed out everything, and don't use other people's that have a ton of referrals already. Use someone else's, a friend of yours that you know. I'll be quite honest with you, I've kind of maxed out everything. I have 143,000 miles to use by the middle of 2023. I'm not going to do that. So don't use my code. Use somebody else's. Now, that story may change if they bring prizes back, but right now it's just miles. You get 1,000 miles, and whoever's code you use gets 1,000 miles for any Tesla right now, SX3 or the Y. So hop out a friend of yours, get them some miles, and get yourself some miles. Take that family trip this summer. As always, stay awesome, stay positive, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.